Hello and welcome you all in the course of Probability and Statistics. Now I am your instructor Hardik Joshi. Now today in this lecture we should learn about say three critical topics which we should frequently use in this unit, that is testing of hypothesis. So precisely if we have to talk about, that is level of significance. So today we should learn about level of significance. So let's start level of significance. So in a given hypothesis, so in general we have to tell that if we have to check any of the hypothesis, so definitely we should first of all identify what is the level of significance. Significance is nothing, it's just like say we have to say about say what is your desired accuracy, how much accuracy you should need, another words we have to use say there are say some error. Definitely whatever task we have to perform, so in this real world problem whatever you have to perform, definitely it doesn't say accurate, there is definitely some error is exists. So it depends how much error you have to consider. Definitely there are so many criteria that can be involved. Say error should be vary from say person to person, object to object, which type of problem it should involve. So in the precise words we have to say that in a given hypothesis testing problem, the maximum probability within which we would be willing to tolerate. See carefully this, maximum probability with which we would willing to tolerate. Tolerate, that means we should consider a particular error, that is maximum probability that we should willing to tolerate that occurrence. Now in our previous lecture we have to see the type 1 error. Now so the error corresponding to this type 1 error and whatever maximum probability we should allow, that is known as say level of significance of that particular test. And now in the context of this probability, the level of significance is denoted by this notation, say alpha. So level of significance is definitely whatever task you have to perform, now it's defined on the beginning of the task. So it's defined before the sample of any of the particular random experiment is considered. So in practical life, the level of significance is say well-known level of significance is say 5% and 1%. That is whatever task you have to perform, now you have to consider 5% error should be allowed. 1% error should be allowed. Now in this particular talk we have to include this particular two, say 5% that is equivalent to say 0.05, and now 1% that is equivalent to say 0.01. Because these are well known, so we have to cover these two. But same thing you have to also allow say 10% error, 20% error. But 20% that is it's too much use error. So these are the well known 1%, 5%, somehow you maybe include 10%. Also by using the strategy you have to find out the level of significance corresponding to this 20%. This depends which type of random experiment you have to perform. So it may be around say 20% level of significance. So precisely if we have to talk about what is the meaning of this say level of significance, and in context of this 5% level of significance, what it means. So the 5% level of significance means that now we have to consider a precise example. If we have to consider say 100 sample, that is 100 decision of 100 sample, and now we have to say define any of the null hypothesis, that is H0. H0 is stand for the null hypothesis, 0 is stand for null, and now we have to reject or not reject this null hypothesis in the context of this 100 sample points. So maximum 5% of the decision would be wrong is allowed when we have to consider 5% level of significance, because we have to assume that now the 5% error is allowed. That's why we have to consider maximum 5% of wrong decision is allowed. So it is emphasized that 100 random samples are drawn under identical, and definitely whatever random experiment you have to perform, that is identical, and all the experiment is independent. So that is the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis H0 is rejected. See carefully this. We have to reject the null hypothesis wrongly based on this 5 particular random sample, that is 5% sample where the null hypothesis is correct. So these are the meaning. Now we have to consider 5% level of significance, that is in the context of this 100 random sample, 5 wrong decision is allowed. Yeah, alternatively we have to say that the level of confidence, that is we are sure, say 90% we are sure. So 90% our decision is the right decision to rejecting H0, and 5% decisions are wrong for rejecting null hypothesis H0. So these are the meaning of 5% level of significance. Same thing we have to explain for 1% level of significance. That is 1% sample, that is out of 100, 1 times we have to correct the wrong decision, that is the null hypothesis is true, but still we have to reject is allowed. So again I have to explain briefly. If for example the level of significance is chosen, now so precisely here we have to highlight the critical value. So precisely in this lecture we have to discuss the 3 points. The first one is level of significance, is we have to explain and is denoted by this alpha Greek letter. Now the second thing is the critical value and critical region. So now next we have to discuss how we can obtain this all critical value and what is the critical region. So first of all, precisely we have to talk about, say, this particular critical value. We have to discuss this thing. So how we can obtain the critical value, say Z alpha by 2, when we have to consider the hypothesis is two-sided and we have to obtain for 5% level of significance the critical value, that is Z value is 1.96. So right now we have to discuss this thing, how we can obtain this particular value 1.96. So we know that whenever we have to perform any of the random experiment, and these are corresponding, say, normal distributions. Say more precisely we have to say that these are the middle line and is a alpha, and is known as, also we have to denote it by, say, mu. These are nothing but say mu, that is mean. Now we have to consider the 5% level of significance. We have to consider, say, two-sided test. That is we have to talk about, say, two-sided test, and we have to consider 5% level of significance. That is 5% error should be allowed. So there are total 100%, but we have to allow, say, 5% error. That is our results is 95% accurate. So more precisely we have to say that these are the known as accepted region. Accepted region. Whenever we have to consider, say, any of the Z statistics, and the value of Z statistics is lying or fall within this particular interval, then we have to say that our null hypothesis is accepted. And now if he is lying in this portion, that is this portion, in this portion, then we have to say that our null hypothesis is rejected. So here is reject. Same thing is lying in this portion, then we have to say that is reject. And this portion is covered, say, 95%. So we have to say that 95% our null hypothesis is accepted. So these are known as acceptance region. Is also known as this portion, and this portion is known as rejected region. Is also known as critical region. And now here we have to talk about, say, two-sided test. So these are the symmetric, so is equivalently lie on the both the side portion, this left hand side as well as right hand side. So that's why we have to divide, say, 95 divided by 2. We have to use this distribution is symmetric. So 95 divided by 2, so is approximately, say, just like 47.5. And if we have to consider in terms of percentage, so we have to multiply with 100, so we have to get, say, 0.475. So what we have to consider? We have to consider in Z distribution table, for which value of Z, the Z statistics take the value this 0.475. So we have to see in the table for which value of Z, the Z statistics take the value 0.475. So see the table, say, we have to highlight this 1.9 and this 0.06, and now corresponding the point of intersection, that is this one, and now you have to see it takes the value 0.475. So we are, in our previous lecture, we have to find out the frequency of Z and we have to obtain this value, but right now we have to conversely, we have to find out this 0.475 and we have to see corresponding Z value, that is 1.9 and 0.06. So it takes the value of Z is 1.96. So that's why we have to write down this Z value is 1.96. So here we have to show you how we can obtain this Z value, that is critical value, when we have to consider 5% level of significance, we have to consider two-sided, then we have to obtain 1.96. So next I have to explain you how we can obtain the critical value. This Z alpha is equal to 1.645 when we have to consider 5% level of significance and one-sided right test. So see here, these are the normal distribution. This middle line is a mean, and we know that this normal distribution is symmetric. So left hand side consists of 50% data as well as right hand side consider 50% data. Now these are known as the acceptance regions and these are known as rejection regions. Rejected. These are accepted. This rejected sometimes is also known as critical region. Critical region. So these are just only one-sided, right? And so there are, say, 50% data lies in this portion. So and we have to consider here 5% level of significance, that is 50 minus 5, that is 45. When we have to convert in terms of the percentage, so we have to obtain, say, 0.45. So next our aim is we have to see in the standard normal table when we have to obtain this value 0.45. So see here, we have to highlight this 1.6. Say these are, see this carefully, 0.4495. So when we have to talk about 2 place of decimal, so 9, that is it shifted to 0.45. And see also these are say 0.45. So when we have to talk about say 2 decimal place 0.45, so this both leads the value 0.45 and is corresponding to say 0.04 and 0.05. So what we have to done, we have to consider average of these two, that is 0.45. So 1.6 from here and 0.45 is here, so we have to obtain 1.645 as a critical value of Z. So that's why you have to see here, we have to write down the critical value of Z is 1.645. One, we have to consider 5% level of significance and one-sided right test. Same thing, we have to obtain this 1% level of significance right-sided test, so you have to obtain 2.33. Similarly, one-sided left, you have to obtain this negative 1.645. Remember, there is nothing like negative in this Z distribution because it's symmetric. So that's why this both the value are identical. Again, these two value are identical. So we have to explain all these value, how we can obtain the critical value, as well as these are known as critical region. So thank you so much for paying your attention.